Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Kardashian helps grandmother diagnosed with leukemia. Kim Kardashian has amazed fans after she helped a grandmother who was diagnosed with leukemia. This is something that fans love seeing as it shows a vulnerable and emotional side to Kim. The grandmother's family is the one who posted about it. Kim was not asking for it to be publicized at all. However, fans are very impressed with this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation and what is going on. Kim Kardashian has been trying to be a good person. Regardless of her fame, she wants to help people. Kim went to law school and recently graduated. She has been practicing law and helping everyone she can. However, Kim loves to find people who have been wrongfully convicted of a crime. She has actually gotten some people released from prison who were there for a crime they did not commit. Fans love what Kim is trying to do for the country and how she is helping people who would not have been released if it weren't for her. Viewers do like Kim, and she is one of the favorite Kardashian sisters. So this just makes people like her more. Kim Kardashian has become friends with a grandmother who was diagnosed with leukemia. Say what you want about the Kardashians, but Kim Kardashian has been nothing but kind to my grandma. She would always hang out with her during basketball games, save her a seat, and introduce grandma to her family. After my grandma was diagnosed with leukemia, Kim asked where she was, prayed for her recovery, and gave her so much love when they finally reunited. I've always liked the Kardashians, but now I really get it. The TikTok then showed several pictures of Kim with the grandmother at games. It seems as though Kim and the grandmother could be good friends after their several interactions. The granddaughter is the one who posted about it. Fans love seeing it and how good Kim was with her. It seems that they met at one of Kim's children's basketball games. However, fans would love to see more of this side of Kim rather than the drama on the Kardashians. What do you think about this situation? Did you think it was sweet? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. In a world overflowing with celebrity headlines and tabloid drama, it's easy to forget that behind the curated images and glamorous lifestyles, some stars use their influence to quietly and profoundly change lives. This time, it's Kim Kardashian who has stepped out of the spotlight for something more meaningful than a red carpet moment. In an unexpected twist that reads more like the plot of a heartfelt drama than a TMZ scoop, Kim Kardashian recently lent her support to a grandmother diagnosed with leukemia. And the story is as heartwarming as it is surprising. It began, as so many modern stories do, with a social media post. 82-year-old Margaret Maggie Wilson, a retired school teacher from Kansas City, Missouri, was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL, earlier this year. A proud grandmother of 5 and an avid fan of reality television, Maggie had spent countless afternoons watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians from her floral print recliner, her lap often crowded with grandchildren or crossword puzzles. She always said Kim was her favorite. She's smart, driven, and doesn't take no for an answer, she would tell her skeptical son, who rolled his eyes at her pop culture devotion. When Maggie's granddaughter Emily, a 19-year-old college student, found out about the diagnosis, she took to X, formerly Twitter, to write an emotional message that would unexpectedly change everything. My grandma was just diagnosed with leukemia, and her one wish is to meet at Kim Kardashian. She says watching KUVK during chemo makes her feel strong. Kim, if you see this, it would mean everything to her. The tweet gained traction quickly. At first, it was liked and shared by local friends, but by the end of the week, the post had over 150,000 likes and was trending under hashtag #MaggieMeetsKim. What began as a desperate plea turned into a viral movement. Celebrities, influencers, and fans joined in, tagging Kim Kardashian and sharing messages of encouragement. Kim, no stranger to social media storms, saw the tweet while on a late-night break during filming for her next legal documentary. Touched by the story and deeply moved by Maggie's strength, she immediately reached out to Emily through her team. "I read the message, and I just couldn't stop thinking about her," Kim later told Vogue. "My own grandmother was such a powerful force in my life, and I know how important it is to feel supported, especially during something as terrifying as a cancer diagnosis." Within days, arrangements were made. But instead of flying Maggie to Los Angeles, Kim did something entirely unexpected. She came to Kansas City. Dressed simply in jeans, a white t-shirt, and minimal makeup, Kim arrived at the Wilson family home with a quiet grace that surprised even her most skeptical observers. There were no cameras, no publicists, just Kim, carrying a basket of homemade baked goods and a bouquet of peonies, Maggie's favorite. The meeting was nothing short of magical. Maggie, who hadn't smiled in weeks, lit up the moment Kim entered the room. Tears streamed down her face as she whispered, "I can't believe you're really here." Kim held her hand and smiled. "I wouldn't be anywhere else." The two spent hours talking. They bonded over their mutual love for fashion, family, and strong coffee. Kim listened intently as Maggie told stories from her years as a teacher and even looked through a scrapbook of her life, including photos of Maggie as a young woman, where Kim couldn't help but comment, "You were a total icon." But Kim didn't stop at just a visit. After learning about the financial strain the family was under due to Maggie's treatments, Kim made a quiet donation to cover the cost of her next year's medical expenses, including a potential stem cell transplant. She also coordinated with a local nonprofit that specializes in cancer support to provide transportation and meal services for the Wilson family during Maggie's treatment. News of Kim's visit eventually reached the public when Emily shared a single photo of Kim and her grandmother, both smiling, hands clasped. "She's more than a celebrity. She's a real one," Emily captioned the post. The post went viral once more, not because of the glamour, but because of its rare authenticity, a genuine act of compassion in a digital world that often feels devoid of it. Since that day, Kim has kept in touch with Maggie through weekly video calls. She sends small gifts, from comfy robes to handwritten notes, and recently invited the entire Wilson family to a private tour of her SKCAN offices in Los Angeles once Maggie is healthy enough to travel. The story has inspired countless others to share their own battles with cancer and how unexpected support, whether from family, friends, or in this case, a celebrity, can make a monumental difference. For Maggie, the experience has been nothing short of miraculous.